Hi, happy day. And thank you for visiting my channel. If you're new here, my name is Miriam and I'm a numerologist. I am an intuitive and a tarot person. You've been here before, then you know what you're here for. Welcome back, boo. Oh, dang. Okay, we are at it already. What we got? What we got? The Ascent. Seven of Keys. You made it. You made it up the mountaintop. You made it up the mountaintop. Is that what happened? Look, you can tell you did, because look at all these things you've done put in there, and you're up there. Above the clouds, above the whole horizon, with the sun. Look at you. Look at you. I'm so proud of you. Seven of Keys is like very, hmm. You've looked at things from a different perspective. Like, on a whole nother level. Like, sometimes, like, it reminds me a bit of, like, the Hanged Man. Oh, maybe lately it's been feeling like you've been playing a game of Hangman. Trying to guess the letter good. What is it? What's my purpose? What am I doing it? Oh, because 7 is about purpose. I hear you, Spirit. Okay, so, yeah, you got some heavy purpose going on. And, like, for some reason, you climbed that mountain. The mountain itself was not your the climbing the mountain yourself was not your purpose, but discovering the tools that you have, and that the keys is very much about the tools that you have to get you up there, to get you where you're going, and discovering not only do you have the tools, but you have the ability to use those tools um, to accomplish a goal. Like, you getting up that mountain didn't give you no money, did it? Did it? Nobody climbs a mountain to get paid for it. They climb the mountain and they pay to do it because it unlocks something in them. They're able to push themselves to a new degree, and you have done that. And oh, hmm, interesting. So the only way that you were able to make the ascent is because the mountain existed anyway. And the way that the mountain exists is with lots of mass that's deep down below. There's so much below and foundation that you were able to get up there. But then you also have the foundation of how to use your tools, deal with the treacherous terrain to get to a mountain peak. But you're still in the mountains. There's other peaks. And now that you're standing on this peak, you can see all the other peaks. And you don't look tired up there. You look like you want to go climb another peak. What's your problem? What's your problem right now? Oh, speak on it, these two. My throat chakra. Your problem is King of Roses and Eight of Roses community. You feeling alone? You feel like you're trying to build a community? You feel like you ain't got that? Duh, you were just climbing a mountain. How many people are going to be up there? Huh? And then you're a king you're a king in your castle. Hanging out all by yourself, and you go out into the. Why go outside? I go outside and meet people. No, you go into your garden and you hang out with your roses. It's about finding actual community. That's the Eight of Roses. 7, 8. Now it's also about the community that you're building. It's like right now you might start out being alone as the King of Roses. And that's okay. Because 8 is a number, like, you might have some, like, angels coming in your life. Ooh, I'm getting an itchy nose. You might have some angels coming into your life. And those are meant to be your community. And that's okay that it's going to be a little bit of work, that it's going to be a little bit of trying things out and trusting things. But you'll know. You'll know. You'll know when it's right. Because, like, you're going to be able to sit down and it's just going to feel like community. it's just gonna feel like it. Look, they're just hanging out, enjoying their time. Look, there's a little statue of the King of Roses right here next to the candle. I'm pretty sure it's the King of Roses. But look, the King of Roses and what I okay. The King of Roses in this part is depicted as like Buddha sitting under the tree, and the story of Buddha is Buddha had was the prince. Buddha was a prince or something like that. Look it up because like I'm really telling a story that I was told. Um, Buddha was a prince, and he was like dissatisfied, and so then he went into the world and he helped a bunch of people, and he gave his heart, and he got taken advantage of. Honestly, that's really what it was. Like he was like, yeah, let me help because I can, I'm able to, and the people of the world kind of like didn't he didn't feel that reciprocation at all, and that must have been hard for Buddha because he still didn't feel fulfilled. So much so that he went and sat under a tree and he meditated. He meditated for a while, for a long time, like 40 years or something, and he meditated until he finally figured out his comprehension of unconditional love and the error of his ways, whatever his ways specifically were errored, which was most likely living out of fear or living out of lack or whatever thing. Because fear is just lack. A lack is just fear. Fear that you don't have enough. And in this moment, we pull our King of Roses and all that. But like, all these people are sitting here hanging out talking, and the King of Roses could be in here. Look, there's an empty chair. Ready for you. It's a beautiful day. Almost seems like the same weather. Maybe you get a little bit of social anxiety sometimes, you know? Maybe you're like, oh, well, what if this? But like, it's almost like you're the life of the party or something. So what is this? Clearing the way. Oh, you are still chopping at that tree. You are still chopping at that tree. And it's like, this came up, I don't know, I'm just feeling reverse energy. Like, it doesn't have to be as hard as you're making it. You know other people with axes. But you're just chopping at the tree by yourself to clear the way. You got one axe and two hands and one body and one mind. One chance. Mom spaghetti. And here you are, chopping away by yourself whenever you could easily call your buddy over. There might be people in this house. But you're being stubborn. You're not leaning on your community. Look, 4, 8. 4 and 4 is 8, by the way. But for me, like 4 is like 8's little brother. And 8 is the big brother. And you could call your big brother. But you don't want to. Because you're like, I have the keys. I have the keys. I have the keys. But you notice how 4 of keys is before the 7 of keys? And it's like, well, yeah, I go and climb the mountain by myself. And then what do? Come back around and be at 8. I want community. It's the clearing of the path can be much more easy. You are building a foundation. You just are not trusting that you're building a good foundation. And I think that's really the error of your ways, which is what wanted to come out of my mouth. So that's what came out. What is this? What is this card? Akashic records? One of Forces? The Akashic Field. This is directly a message from the Akashic Field from here. Like, I mean, like this is just, you are the one. Like, you're the chosen one. Alright? You have to accept that. You're the chosen one for your job. I say this all the time. I say this all the time. But really and truly, this is like specifically like what this is your. You know what it is. I can't tell you exactly what it is. So let me see. 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 Let me not lie to you. Maybe I can. What's your deal? What's your chosen one? What's this? What is their purpose? Why are they here? Free of roses. Loving elementals. You are not meant to call on the elementals. You are the elemental. Who are you? Oh my god, like this energy. Like I'm kind of getting overwhelmed. In a good way. It's just like it is love. Wow. You really love. You really be pouring out into people. You are the elemental that comes in and lights up the room and puts on the character and all that. Ooh, Lordy. Feels a little too familiar, actually. I think. Oh, girl. Anyway, cotton ruins at the bottom of the deck. Oh. And it's a 1-6, which is a 7. We started with a 7. Oh, baby girl. And you do not have to be a baby girl. You could be a baby boy. You could be, I don't know, you could be a baby person. But, oh, baby. It's like all the things that have happened to you have kept you a prisoner. And this, and especially in this case, it's like, it's almost like you and your inner child are stuck in there. And it's like, it's like one day you're going to be opening your eyes. You're opening your eyes, you're looking up, and you realize that you can climb out. But this, oh my gosh, oh, this feels so far away from this. It's like, and even that it being on the bottom of the deck, in this case, it's so far away. And it's like, those are the leaps and bounds. That's the ascent that you made. And it's not like you, and it's wild though, because it's like, because you are this elemental, because you are this being of charm and divine, like, energy, like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Because you give out so much, like, on an extreme level, like, it's almost like people don't even know. People don't even know that this is, like, first of all, these ruins, like, yeah, it's like, oh, we're trapping our mind or whatever, so it's all our mind. And that's, but people don't understand how hard your mind was. Because your mind is so smart and so rapid, like, I'm seeing, like, in high school, I was in oral interpretation. And that teacher never paid attention to me, even though I wanted to so bad. I just believed in myself so much, but he never saw me. Not really. But I was in oral interpretation. I used to see people do popping. It's called popping in the characters. They pop in the characters. And that's what I see you doing almost. Like, it's like, and you were able to do that at such a rapid pace that other people, like, it feels very authentic, and it is authentic. It is. It's just also a skill that has been developed, and you almost wonder if it's because of these things, these ruins that happened, you know? But it turns out, like, you just were always like that. Like, that's why you were able to survive the way that you did. Like, that's just, you were able to survive the way that you did because you had the skills in you already. Like, if it was somebody else in that same situation, the results would have been different because they had different skills that they were born with. You know what I mean? Like, you just happen to be good at reading the room. Like, those are the skills that you got for a reason. It's like, You're meant to be out there, and you are meant to. Ooh, what is this? Three of Forces, the bird's nest. Since you were, and there's three birds in here and a mama bird. You're meant to be out there. It's almost like you're becoming the mama bird now. Maybe you've always been the mama bird. Mm. You've always been taking care of people. But what about you? You're a baby bird too. You're a baby bird too. Oh, Eight of Forces in reverse. The lightning bolt is at the bottom of the deck. It is time to accept the change that you get to be taken care of too by the universe. And it's not like you haven't been taken care of by the universe. It's not like your life is in shambles right now. If anything, you actually might be kind of successful. You know, like you actually might have some things that you make a good like living. You're able to pay your bills. You know, like you doing all right. Technically, you have all the things you're supposed to have, and maybe even a little bit more, because it's like I don't know. Even you just being, but it's like, but this is coming from below. This isn't coming from above anymore. This is coming from the root. This is coming down from your root. Like this is coming up from your root. It's like, oh, like your kundalini. It's like your that energy is just like it is just like you know what? No. And it's like you still always take care of yourself. You know, you're always gonna take care of yourself. It's it's more about self love and self respect. You've been through it. You've had like some really hard separations in your life, and like this here is it's also hard because of those separations because like when you are somebody who can nurture and like give all this love and you don't have to be a mama bird, you could be a daddy bird, you could just be a parent bird. um but it's just like even like older eldest sibling thing, it's like this thing to feel, I don't know, like this responsibility, but it's also three of forces, and three is about creativity, and it's like you knew how gifted you were, like you had a good mouthpiece or like a good mind, like you knew you had charisma, or like got different type of attention earlier on, and then with this eight of forces here, this is like a karmic thing. Like there were cycles that you were breaking, not just for you, but like for generations, and it was like you were placed here from future souls to make sure that something can happen right now, and for you to be the way that you are right now to influence whoever sees you, saying the thing that you do, working the thing that you do, whatever. Um, Golly, you really have great energy though. It's like that's really the wildest thing. Is like, what is this? The King of Keys. Oh, you know everything. You have all the resources. You have all the resources. And you don't have to be a king. It's like it's almost like maybe you like even if you like are you're a woman or feminine identifying, it's still like a very like you've had a lot of masculine energy. Like in general, like you're moving in that masculine resources way. Okay, so there's like yin and yang, and I don't remember which one is which. But one is the masculine, one is the feminine, but it's also about the give and take. And so, a lot of times, like okay, so Michelle Carre on YouTube, she does challenge accepted, and she um, wanted to get her black belt in like 30 days or something. Oh, I love her. And so while she's learning about it, she's also like having to go through the levels, and sometimes she's at a belt and it's difficult, and she's having to learn to balance her yin and her yang because she's been moving, although she is like this very feminine person and very pretty, she's been moving in yang, which is like, I'm gonna do it. It's challenge accepted. I'm gonna push my body to the limit. I'm gonna, foaming at the mouth. I'm gonna do it. But the other side of that coin is to rest. Like if we just are constantly working our muscles, like they're gonna rip off the bone, babe. They're gonna tighten up. They're gonna cramp up on you. Like you need to stop and get some magnesium, get some potassium, get some electrolytes in your body. You have to have that rest. But you know this already because you're the king of the keys. You know this. You know everything. You know, no. And I even want to say no. You know it because of the K and the keys and the king of the keys. That you know it, and there's another K, and no, not like that. Not that kind of K's, please. But two. It's 222, which is about balance and partnerships and destiny and stuff like that. But knowledge is something you have to tap into. And like you're on this journey of comprehension. You're on this journey of, oh, I just looked at the bottom. It's two of forces, the willow. On the bottom of the deck. It's so funny. The king of the keys, you know? Here I am on my horse, and I know things, and I do things, and I open up all the doors, and da da da, and yet here is this willow next to a river, enjoying its life, really being a king. Ain't nobody asking that tree for nothing. But here's the key at the beck and call to open the doors because he's got the keys. Well, good for the king having a ride. And don't get me wrong, maybe you love riding your horse. Maybe you love dressing up in your little hard clothes because those are hard clothes. To get into your armor, to be protected because you know. But how long has this willow been here? I mean, it's got bark. I guess that's armor. But how long has this willow just been sitting and enjoying its peace? I mean, even the trees around him, around the king, you know? How long have they been there before him? Oh! Oh! The baby bird in the tree, the birds in the trees. And I mean, the king was precariously placed, you know? But oh my gosh, that was like, and in the trees, all along, I was thinking you were the bird, but you were the tree holding the birds and the generations of the birds. Because for us, I mean, as humans, we see the generations of the birds, we see them change. But it's like you are the ancestor. Ooh. Oh, hello. Who are you for real? Oh. You are the ancestor who broke the cycle, who changed things in a different way, like in a wild way. Because you're rooted in like this river moving the way that it like you. Oh, that quick. Wishes fulfilled. I feel like your wishes have been fulfilled. Like, but now it's time to accept the relief, accept the expansion and the change and the. Mm. So whenever it comes to relief, uh, that's a very specific feeling emotionally. We can't really experience relief, like just like on its own for no reason. You know, it's not just one of those things that just like random relief. Relief very specifically comes after a hard time. But you notice that this is the keys? It's saying chill out. You don't have to be the king all the time. You don't. You get to be the tree. You get to chill. You get to relax. You get to kick back. You get to try new things and be protected away from like the risk of it. Because who cares? Failure's a part of learning. But true relief comes after a hard time. So here's what I'm gonna say, because there's a bunch of food on this table. So if I ate all this food, not all of it, but any of it, really, a good, like any of this stuff that's on the table right now in this moment, because I'm currently dealing with some dietary stuff, temporarily, temporarily. It's been a long temporary. I'm just gonna let you know, but we're on the way. Um, One, it would be so good. It would taste so good because I haven't had it in so long. It would be the most delicious thing in the world, and I'd be in heaven in that moment. Then it would hit my stomach, and it would do, and my GI tract eventually would do its thing that it does whenever it eats the things that it's not supposed to have. In which I will then be experiencing the bowels of hell. Sound familiar? And so then I am in the restroom for either too much flow or no flow. But either way, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But once everything else gets figured out and going on and done, and I'm done with that, there's a huge amount of relief. The best kind of relief. I don't gotta deal with that no more. I get to leave the bathroom. I've had a lot of tummy issues in my life. Another thing with relief, whenever we hear that word, it comes up whenever it comes after a natural disaster. And what you'll notice after a natural disaster is that people who swear they hate each other, people who voted for other people, people who whatever, now become neighbors and they lean on each other and they help each other. That's what happens. We notice that whenever there's a big disaster, there is relief. Disaster relief. And you have community. That is your relief. That is the thing you're supposed to try and do. Oh, I don't know why I'm so emotional reading this. But that is something new you're supposed to try. Shoot your shot. Go out and like hang out and see who you find locally. Maybe find some forums or something. But your neighbors, the people around you, like it's just you can have your wishes fulfilled, and I feel like because you have had all the wishes fulfilled that everybody else has wished for, you feel like you're not allowed to wish for other things. But those were never your wishes. Those were never your wishes. You've been the genie. You've been the wish fulfiller. It is your turn. But it's keys, keys, keys. Like, you're the key to this, you're the key to that. You've always been the key. Whoa. Look, there's even keys on the table. Look, there's two different types of keys too. It's like gold keys. There's gold keys and these like brass keys. Like you've gone from brass keys to gold keys. Oh, this is really powerful. Your energy is so powerful. That is just so wild. Oh, I am literally losing it right now. This on the bottom of the deck is Archangel Gabriel, who says to communicate and to co-create and to find somebody you could co-create with, and to call on Archangel Gabriel. I don't know what you believe in or whatever, but like you're allowed. You're allowed, even though you're the king. You're allowed to ask for help. Oh, I could not believe I am crying. Today is my 6th day numerologically. If you want to know what day you are on or whatever, you can download my app. It's in my channel. So I'm full of a lot of love, and I feel like all the people that I'm talking to right now really feel like family. Um, Even if I haven't met you yet or talked to you yet or anything, but I mean, everybody feels like family. In general, I just like have that love, but still, oh my gosh, it's like you're an angel. It's like you're an angel. It's like you're an earth angel. Earth angel. Earth angel. Earth angel. Ooh. 808 as I sing this. Earth angel. Earth angel. Are you Earth angel? You an Earth angel. That's what I call my friend. She's a Taurus. Because she don't even realize. She don't even realize, y'all. She don't even realize. Anyway, but them earth signs. I'm a Pisces, so I love being earth sign. But you're an earth angel. Maybe you have some earth signs in your life that you could lean on. That could be your community. You got any earth signs in your life? I mean, and if you are an earth sign, do you have a fire sign in your life? Do you have people in your life that can help with that? Do you have a water sign in your life? That could be your friend or whatever. And if not, when you're looking around, like, and you go out and you're going out to like a coffee place, or you look on Facebook and you see that there's an event, you just might run into a little earth angel, or you might be the earth angel. Wow. My word. I cannot believe that came. I mean, I cried. Because, like I said, I'm a Pisces. But that was an overwhelming feeling. Spring and autumn. Spring and autumn. I don't know. Because, like, spring, like, it's about to be spring right now. Like, I'm March. So, like, spring always reminds me of Pisces. And, like, that season. So, maybe, like, that time is really significant for you. Maybe you're a Pisces. Um, or maybe you're a spring baby. Because I think then it's Aries, Gemini, Taurus, right? Before we get out of spring, it's like, or like maybe like it's like you're a Pisces and the person you're dealing with is a fall baby or something, like a Leo, right? Leo's fall. Yeah, my partner's a Leo. Like, I'm a Pisces and he's a Leo, and most people are like, that's not gonna work out. But but he has a Virgo moon and he has a Virgo rising, so that helps a lot. Because he's not really like most Leos. He's kind of like, I mean, he still deserves all the attention, and he's still very like, he has a mane and all of that, and he can turn it on. But for the most part, he lets me shine. You know. I'm hearing therapy friend for the therapy friend. That's okay. You want me to say more? I'm saying that because what happens a lot to me, and this is just and this may resonate with you or not, and you don't have to accept this. Four forces, I'm just saying. But what happens to me a lot is like I get around people who are empaths, and they're usually the person that people like sit with them and they're like, oh, I just can't help it. I'm gonna tell you everything and all that about their life, and that's what they're used to. But then they meet me and they're like, let me get to know you. And I'm like, all right. And I'll start talking about stuff. And all they can do is talk about themselves. And not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. It's like, um, it's just my gift. I don't know. People can tell me things. And they're like, I'm the therapy friend. And I'm like, and I am the therapy friend of the therapy friends. I really am. People sit down and they talk to me about the real stuff. And like, it helps that, like, one, I really ain't judging. First of all, I ain't got, like, I don't know what I would do in your shoes. I'm not made up your stuff. I'm not made up of your stuff. But I often find people almost like apologizing to me. Let me drink a little water. Because they're finally able to talk about things that they weren't able to talk about this whole time. Whenever they're able, because so many times those therapy friends are the ones who are asking the question to dive in a little bit deeper, and then they come and hang out with me. Excuse my gross snotty nose. Um, and I feel like that's the case for you. I feel like anybody could talk to you. I feel like anybody could talk to you. And it's like you're always a safe space for people. You're always like genuinely a safe space for people. It's like you really are this balance. Like it's also these two here, but both of these seasons are transitional seasons. So it's like if it really is like a spring baby and you're a spring baby and they're an autumn baby, or maybe you're an autumn baby and they're a spring baby or whatever, or um, like it's about the connection of people who understand the in between. That so much can be true at once. Like even whenever you're doing your thing where you're being charismatic and all that, like it is still you. That's still genuinely you. That's still genuinely a skill and everything that you have. It's like it's not a fakeness. It just is a navigation. You know, it's just that's all that it is. And but maybe you've been a therapy friend. Maybe you need a therapy for therapy friend for a therapy friend. You know, howdy. Um, I am known to be that. Oh, my heater kicked on too. The Oracle of Delphi. This is the excuse my very hard goofy laugh. This is the first card that I pulled, and it was the one. It is like I shuffled the cards, all that stuff, and the first card I pulled was a one. And I was specifically saying like, "What's you do? What's this whole thing?" And I was like, "Tell me about this relationship that I'm meant to have." And like, it's like me and my partner. Like a lot of times I'll be like, "Oh, I have this idea," and then he'll go and like help me. He'll be like, "Well, why this and why that?" Um, and he'll help me figure out how to put these points together. It's all about having the vision interpreted. Um, but that's a big part of like readings in general. Like in this moment, like I could do this reading into the abyss at a wall and not record it and then send it into the universe to find whoever is meant to find. It's meant to. I could do that and not talk to nobody. But a big part of readings is the interpretation as well. Like the only reason why you know the answers are correct is because you have the answer key inside of you. Another key. The answer key inside of you. Gosh, you got all these keys in your life. You must be jangling around. You must be the loudest person. You must be so loud. You must be so loud. Oh, the karmic trench. Ooh, at the bottom of the deck. The karmic trench. Now let me tell you about the karmic trench. That's extra about. Ooh, that's so. I was up here telling you about clearing the way earlier. The karmic trench is literally about like you literally got a horse right there and a thing to pull it. Yeah, here you are by hand shoveling out a trench. You could have been pulled, yet let that horse do something and all that, but you're like, no, I'm gonna do the work. I'm gonna do the work. I'm gonna do the work. What is up with that? Those are too many cards. Those are too many. What is up with your like need and desire to like not trust your gift? Oh, that one. The scribe. This is literally a scribe in this card. Who? A 1-2, a 1-1-2. The Queen of Scrolls. Oh my gosh. Your scribe is the Queen of Scrolls. Find a Queen of Scrolls in your life. The Queen of Scrolls is somebody like who has like a lot of knowledge on something that you might be interested in or whatever. Um, they could teach you things. They could maybe help you unlock things about yourself. The Queen of Scrolls is very much like the keeper of the Akashic records. She does not have to be blonde, but she could be. You know, she might have. Oh, look, there's curls in her hair, so she might have curly hair. She might have light skin, light eyes or something. She might have like this kind of like look about her. And she has like this kind of like, I don't know. Like her eyes are not close together, but her nose is like, I don't know. She just kind of like looks a little different. She looks a little different. And her third eye seems very enlightened. And she's not really in a kingdom now, is she? She's just kind of just like in the ether as a queen. So maybe that's who you're looking for. Maybe that's a scribe that's meant to help interpret your things. Cause like, ooh, confirmation burp. It's like you, ooh, and a voice crack, throat chakra. You got something going on, huh? You're a little oracle. You want me to be your scribe? You need me to describe it for you? As if I'm the Queen of Scrolls. I mean, a little bit. I know stuff. Oh, my mom's calling me. Guys, bottom of the deck, the Queen of Roses. You got the King of Roses and the Queen of Roses. And here you are doing this. When you could be out there. You're out here being the queen in your kingdom. In your in your castle. Not reaching out, not talking to people. Anyway, I'm going to talk to my mom. I love you guys. I love my mom. I love being able to do things. And much love in general.